Hi everyone. All right, let's see who's in here. All right. Well, I think I'm going to look at my phone. I think that might be easier.
We got Jeremiah 29:11.
Okay.
We got
I'm trying to get it to go all the way up. That's the problem I'm having. Here we go. Make sure the
Gail.
volume's down. Yeah, that's my other channel.
Oh.
All right. That's me and the other me. Okay. Let me go down the list. Hello, Rebecca Davis, Church by Yarn. Hi. Taz Adventures, that's my hubby. Hello. Lori's World. Hello. Hello, Drew. Hello, The Organized Pineapple. Hello, Life with Belinda and Chuck. Hello. Hello, LP. Welcome in. Okay, I was trying to see what Rebecca was saying, but I think she's talking to somebody else. I don't think she's talking to us. Okay. All righty. So before I get started, if anybody is in the chat that has the ability to share on a community tab, if you would do that, it would be really awesome. I didn't used to have to ask that, but sometimes, I don't know. You get monetized and then your channel kind of goes like this and you're like, oh, now I have to ask for help. So I hate to ask for help, but if you have the ability, please do that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Chuck said he shared.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So hello, Garden State Gardener. How are you? I was so distracted with the hail damage last week that I did not even go to Garden State Gardener. And I've literally been going to his channel for like over a year. I was so thrown off by that, which is why I didn't post a lot this week. I was just really stressed out because, both vehicles got damaged. Our roof got majorly damaged. We're going to have a whole new roof. We got a big hole like this through the nesting box of our chicken coop. Holes, dents like this in my garden damage. So we're talking chicken coop, garden, both vehicles, and the roof. That's a lot of stress for one person. So basically, when I'm stressed out, I like to do my crafting. So I did my crafting channel this week because I was stressed out. So I had to do the craft stuff because going out to the garden is stressful right now because there's huge holes and all these leaves knocked off, and it looks a little bit better now, but some things are trying to bounce back and some things were small, and so they did completely demolish some things.
Yeah. I saw that video. I was like, she's a trooper, man, because I would have been panicking.
I cried. I made the video, but I don't think anybody knew how stressful it was to sit there and watch your garden be pounded by golf ball and baseball size hail. It was very, very stressful. It's like all your work, composting it, planting it, weeding it, watering it, planting it, all of that. You're like, hello, Jessica's Dumpster Girls. How are you? I need to go catch up on some of your videos, Jessica. Anyway, so
I'm not usually in Joe's lives, but I do rewatch him sometimes, and then I see all the other little videos that he puts up. I mainly watch his like regular content, but I try to keep up with everybody.
It gets difficult, but sometimes you might only get to watch somebody's every third or every fifth video.
Right. Maybe even a lot of friends.
So mine even be twice a month. So, but that's
how things. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's just
I follow more people than follow me, so yeah, I have a hard time keeping up with everybody.
That's pretty normal. Yeah. So let's see, I got your questions. I got your questions right here. Okay. I wrote most of the questions myself, and then my husband always writes a few questions too. Hello, doing better with my Mariah. How are you? I know I've seen that channel name before. Do you know her?
That's my friend.
Your friend. Okay. I was like, I know I've seen that channel name somewhere before. But
Yeah, I'm going to be asking her questions Tuesday.
Okay. You can ask me any questions you want about anything. I've been on YouTube almost 2 years, and I literally have 3 channels. But I did take a little short break from Coupon Gail right now because I was getting a little bit stressed out. And so I'm working on this channel and my crafting channel right now. And only
I didn't realize you had 3 channels.
Yeah, only
Go
because
you.
it was getting to be much, and so I just started working on my crafting channel because that's the one that de-stresses me. And usually my gardening does, but right now because of the hail damage, gardening is a little bit stressful because it's hard for me to go out there and look at my damaged plants.
Right.
But I do need to suck it up and go out there. But I have still been watering it.
Yeah, well, that's good.
At least, it won't die.
Right.
So there's that. All right. So how long have you had your YouTube channel?
I started my YouTube channel on January 16th of this year. And so, yeah, so 4 months, February, March, April, May. Yeah.
It is 4 months, actually. I was going to ask you that question, but I do actually go in and look, and I did see that it was 4 months ago. So
yeah,
I actually asked the question to everybody else.
If you look at when the YouTube was created, it was over 10 years ago. But
yeah,
I just started my channel, just in January. So
why did you decide to start a YouTube channel?
Well, I had watched a lot of YouTubers and things for like a really long time, and I had aspired to do a lot of the things that in the garden and like work to be more self-sufficient and all of these things. And I was watching these people and watching them, and I was just like, well, the only thing stopping me from me doing it is actually applying myself. Like instead of watching them do it, I could just do it myself,
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure about making a channel. I debated it for a while. Like I prayed about it. I thought about it. I was like,
I thought about it in my mind because I had started watching Becky's Homestead because I got chickens, and then I was watching Homestead Tessie, and she would make mistakes, and I thought if she can do it, making mistakes, I can do it too. Hello, Sarah. How are you?
And that's kind of what I was thinking was, I'm not a professional, but maybe, me starting out, I thought the more I thought about it, I thought about the pros and cons. I thought, if anything, at least, I will have it documented where we started from, so that way, 5 years from now, we'll see, okay, we didn't even know how to do this before. And now look at us, we're doing this and that. And, and I thought people have to start somewhere. So maybe it'll be encouraging to people rather than watching people that have big greenhouses and high tunnels and all these things, no knock on them, but I'm saying, you watch YouTube and you see people who's like, they got it all together, and you're just like, I could never have all that, but I wanted to just start from the
I am a hot mess, and sometimes I make mistakes in my videos, and sometimes I leave them because they're in the middle and I don't know how to edit them out. Like I was telling her right before the live, I said, I can edit the beginning, I can edit the end, I could not edit the middle. And even if I tried, I'd probably make a mess of it. So sometimes I leave them in there. Sometimes people love it. One time I started cracking up in the middle of a cooking video. Everybody loved it, and everybody that watches it made me smile. It made me laugh. So showing your true emotion. I've almost cried on a video or a live before. I've laughed. I've sneezed. I've probably accidentally wiped my nose before. No telling what I've done.
And so my intro video was really awkward and just, I don't know, but I just, I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to be myself and hope the best. And if anything, like I said, at least I'll have it documented and I'll be able to, this is something that's on there. It's going to be on there. If the Lord's willing and we still have a world and, when my kids are old enough and my grandkids are old enough to see this, which they're not existing yet, but I'm saying, it'll be documented and there will be something that is something that you can see. And so, I don't know.
Sarah.
That's kind of, that's kind of why. And
Yeah.
you'll see in my intro video what led up to me making that final decision.
I
But
did
it's
look
kind
to
of,
see how long you started, but I didn't watch that video. I think I picked different videos, and I do have something to bring up on that here in a sec.
okay.
But I'm going to try to go in order so I don't get thrown off here.
Okay.
Okay. And I already discussed that you got your first mail call, and I asked you to send me your mailing address. I wrote that down just so I wouldn't forget, because I am going to get new channel stickers. If anyone is interested, send me an email to the email that's scrolling across. I will be ordering new channel stickers next week or the week after. I did have new channel stickers designed by Trey from the Vineyard Chicks, who has her own channel, Trey Designs, I believe. And you can put up her link if I have a moderator out in the chat. Okay. So, all right. So I noticed in your video that you had a tattoo. So what is your tattoo of?
Which one? This one?
Was on your right arm, I think. Yeah, that one.
Okay. This one's on my right arm.
Oh, okay. Superman.
Okay, this one is the earth, and it's fire and wind.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I was watching you as you were opening. I was like, I wonder what her tattoo is.
Hey, that's my mama. Hey, mama.
Hello, Tammy. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in, Mom. My mom pops in now and again too. Yeah, I've never asked anybody about their tattoos, but I just happened to notice yours in the video, and I was like, I wonder what it is.
I haven't had a new tattoo in like 10 years. So
I haven't ever had one, but I always intended to get one, and I never got around to it. And I was just going to get something cute and girly, like a little butterfly, something probably boring, or a little dolphin. I thought about getting a dolphin with like a little spray coming out. Hello, Eric from Kansas. Hello.
Hey, Eric.
Everybody says a spirit animal, and I don't know if I believe in spirit animals, but if I did believe in spirit animals, I would say dolphin. I just love, like, I lived in Rhode Island for 5.5, almost 6 years. Did not see a dolphin all that time, but I went over to Galveston area to my husband's uncle's house, and that's where I saw the dolphin. We were fishing. And I just forgot about the fishing pole, and I was just watching them until they were so far away I couldn't see them anymore, because I always wanted to see that in person, which I'd watched it on videos, but I had no idea. It's just as beautiful, more beautiful even in person. That was awesome. What state do you live in? You live in Texas, don't you?
Alabama.
Alabama. I don't know why. Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay. And you're married, is that right?
Yes, I have a significant other. We never did marry like on paper, but we are married by God. We looked at each other in the face and we made vows to each other. And so, yeah. We are married. It's just not on a piece of paper.
I actually believe in that, because if you're standing in your living room before God, because God's always there. If you're standing in your living room before God and you say your vows, to me, that is a legal marriage. But that's my personal opinion.
Right.
That's my personal opinion.
I mean, what's a piece of paper? He was married 2 times previously. He's 38. I'm 31. He was married twice before me.
I thought you were still in your 20s.
That's funny.
No, it's not. No, you just.
Well, my daughter is 11, so.
Is she? She looked.
So when we came together, we both had our own children, struggles, things of that nature. Not that those are 2 in 1, but I'm saying, relationships previous, and so we weren't really, obviously that piece of paper doesn't do anything. Hold on, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay, so I'm just going to talk for a few minutes until she comes back. Let's see, hold my place where I'm at there. Okay, so this is my new craft room behind me here. And this was my daughter's room. But we have a daughter that's graduating this year. So we moved the 2 girls into the room. And we usually pretty much get them on the weekends anyway. So because one of our daughter was graduating, we moved them into a room together. So that's how I ended up with my craft room. and they got to take some of the stuff home to their mom's house. So I've been working on it. You can't see the messy part. The messy part's down here where you can't see it. But she did loan me her easel that she has for art that we had bought her a few years ago. And I put my channel board up on that. So as long as she's loaning me that, I'm going to leave it on there. And then when she wants it back, I will go ahead and hang it on the wall somewhere in here. And as a matter of fact, I might even just do that at some point. But I wanted to keep my channel sticker board as a backdrop. And I have about maybe room for about 8 or 10 more stickers on it. Then I'll have to start something different unless I want to do the back. But I think I want to try to do something like, I've seen people do like window panes and really cool things. I want to try something interesting with that. So I'm saving up a few stickers for the next, but I'll keep them both in here. It does make a nice backdrop, actually. So you just have the one daughter?
Yes.
What kind of animals do you have on your homestead?
I have chickens that I got a few years ago, and I haven't had to buy eggs in the last 2 years. That's awesome.
How many chickens do you have?
Well, I started with 16, but now I have 4.
Okay.
There was a massacre. we didn't get to catch. They used, like, when I first got my chickens, I had 5 meat birds, maybe 6, and then and we got to actually butcher and eat those, then we were down to 11, and something came through and was just like taunting us almost, like, they would kill one here and one there, because I used to free range my chickens, but then the reason why when I had to start all over, pretty much, long story short, I only did 4 to start over, because since they have to stay inside all the time, I didn't want them to be cooped up, so to speak. And
I only let mine. We're urban. We're not in the country. I only let mine free range when I'm out there to watch them. We did have 4 chickens killed last year by a raccoon. So we put up a trap. Hello, Huga Homestead. How are you?
Well, I don't really know what it was, because we have foxes, we have coyotes, we have hawks, we have eagles that fly. We've seen bald eagles coming from the river down there.
Wow.
So we have possums, we have raccoons, we have the possibilities are endless. A neighbor's dog from far down could have came up, and I have any.
Yeah, we used to not have a fence around our backyard, but last year I was starting in the gardening collaboration called Shed Wars, and I wanted my garden more protected, so we spent quite a bit of money and we fenced the whole backyard. That kept the dogs out. But then, after having 4 chickens killed, we started trapping skunks and raccoons. But it was for sure a raccoon that killed our 4 chickens at one time.
Yeah. And there was no trace. Like, the first time it happened and a few died, it looked like their necks were just broken and something left them there. And then the next time, there was no trace. Like, the rest of my chickens were gone. There was no blood. There was no feathers, no sign of a struggle, nothing. And so I was so confused.
Drag them off.
The
raccoons killed 2 in the chicken pen, 2 outside the chicken pen. Supposedly there were feathers and stuff everywhere. I did not see that. My husband said, "Don't come outside."
Right. I was really upset.
I was too. I was in tears. I was in chicken mama mourning there. So, because I got them from little babies.
Yes.
And fussed over them, and it was my first set, and I was just,
And coincidentally, one of my 4 chickens, my chickens I let them get broody. I let them sit on their eggs, and I let them hatch from out there. And so when I found out there was a little chickie in there, I went ahead and got her and put her in a tub, and with the heat lamp and all of that. And that was when it happened, when the massacre happened. And so I had one chick already that was just one little lonely chick that was in the tub or whatever that I keep them in whenever they're chicks, and so that I had that chick, and then I brought 3 for my stepdad, and so now I have 4.
Yeah, I understand.
But I have so many eggs that I'm giving them away, selling them, cooking them, baking with them, doing everything that I can to keep up on the eggs because they come quick. So,
Yeah,
and
my husband sells them at work, so
there hasn't been a time where they slacked up on laying eggs so far. So
that's good.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
have a
blessed
couple
in
of
that
broody
way.
ones right now, so it's a little bit crazy in the nesting box right now. I'm surprised one of them didn't get hit in the head with the hail because
Yeah,
they've been so broody lately. I mean, I just expect one of them had to have been in there because
yeah,
it went straight through the nesting box where their body would have been sitting. And it's one of those little parts, that has a
yeah.
little thing. And then we had put a dog kennel on the side as their run. So there's two pieces. The first six were in here, and then we opened up the door, and then we had the hello, aka Bread Company. How are you? Um, anyway, that was rough. So I heard you
Yeah.
say
That's
in
pretty
one of
much
your
my
videos,
only animals besides my 2 dogs and my 2 cats. But no more farm animals.
no more farm animals. 2 dogs and 2 cats. That's cool. I have 4 cats.
And
2
they're
cats.
outside. The cats are outside. That's kind of backwards, but
Yeah.
but both of our cats are rescue cats. So we just kind of took them in until they were well enough to go back out, and then we kept them because we thought with living near a cotton field and being in the country, they can you
Help with
know
the rats,
help
snakes,
us
all kinds of
hunt.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Winter.
they're adorable. So
Yeah.
yay for me.
Yeah. We have a couple outside too. Um, so I was watching a video and you said you were going to take some Santa Fe corn to your mom. What is Santa Fe corn?
um, Well, it's actually like a corn dip, but me, along with most everybody, just dip it out and eat it like just plain with a spoon rather than dip it. It
Do
would
you have a
normally
video on that?
no, I don't. It's not that hard. It's just corn, sweet corn with cream cheese and rotel. That's all it is.
That sounds
And
good.
you heat it up, mix it, and when you put the cream cheese in, it melts down and it is
Do
good.
you do like fresh corn, frozen corn, canned corn with,
Canned corn.
and then cream cheese?
Yes. So you're gonna do
Are you going to do one of each or?
2 cans of corn with 1 can of rotel and 1 block of cream cheese. That's what I do. And so, and when I put it lately, I've been putting it in the crock pot. I used to put it in a boiler, but it just makes it easier instead of transferring it into something else. And then I'll just do it in the crock pot and then grab it up and put it in my car.
That
Um,
seems really good. And so it's a hot dip. You just eat it with like corn chips?
corn chips, or like I said, I eat it. I just like to eat it, like
Yeah.
just by
It
itself.
sounds really good.
Like I brought Danny, you weirdo that goes on chips.
I
Well,
could-
I mean, hey, he can pick on me because he's my friend, but don't pick on me too much. No,
I'm trying to see the comment that said that.
I'm
It
not the
might be.
only one. I'm not the only one. When I took it to that barbecue yesterday, there were several people that I was just kind of looking around just to see, and most people were just eating it like corn as a dish, so.
Yes, Hog Deer 79 is my brother, my younger brother.
You don't think that sounds good, Eric? Well, it's because you haven't tried it.
It sounds good to me. I mean, it's kind of like the thing you do with cheese and rotel.
Right.
Where
Except for
people do
instead of
that.
meat, you're using corn,
Yeah, you're
which
using
is
corn.
right
Yeah,
up my alley. Yep. And I use mild rotel so that it's not too spicy for anybody. And
that's good.
I do want to say this. If you're gonna try it, you strain off the corn. You don't use the juice in the corn, but I don't strain off the rotel. I
Because
just use
it's that.
yeah, so that it gives it that,
Hello,
it can
Woman
warm up and help.
Outdoors. Hello, the Bud Files. How are you? Sounds really good. I'll have to totally try that.
Hey, Woman Outdoors.
So what would you like to tell anybody that's in the chat about your channel? Anything you would like? What do you have planned? What do you have going on?
Well, we just planted out just this today. We've been outside working. I was like trying to be fast. I was like, I gotta get a shower. I got a live, but we've been outside working. We just planted, last weekend we planted 2 rows of corn. I have my raised beds, but we have a plot out here. And so just today we planted out okra and hold on, I got it written down somewhere. It's a lot. No, we planted out okra and we got 2 rows of corn, 2 rows of okra, a row of purple Mississippi pink eye peas, and then a row of half was a 62-foot row. So we did half a row of green beans and a half a row of shelling peas. And then the last row is half cantaloupe and half watermelon. So that's fun. So you could come over to my channel and check that out to see how that goes.
I will totally do that. Yep. I have like a old-fashioned PC in here, and I run channels on it all the time. So, and that brings me something I'm going to ask you here in a minute, but I'm going to wait till I get there. I'm waiting until I get there. I'm holding it back. What was the first YouTube channel you ever watched?
Oh, wow. Probably Justin Rhodes.
Is he a Homestead channel or?
Yes, he does the dang thing, like the whole thing. So, and from there, I met all the rest of the Homesteading channels, like VW Family Farm and Whispering Willow, Roots and Refuge, City Sowers.
Yeah, I met a lot of them at the YouTube meetup last year. Like I have some of their stickers back here. Simple Love Reclaimed, Roots and Rescue. Yeah, I have some of those back there on the sticker board. So that's
they're in South Carolina. I always get confused if it's North Carolina or South Carolina, but they're over there. And they have lots of land, and and they kind of did that where they worked up, and now they have lots of things, but I'm saying they worked to get that. They came from living like in a bus that was renovated to getting land and just starting a homestead, and I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, I think most of us do kind of start. I've tried so many things because of YouTube that I would have never tried before if I had not watched videos of people doing it.
Right.
And sometimes you watch the video, you do it just like they do it. Sometimes you watch the video and you go, I like that idea, but let me add this, And so that's how we all put out similar content. We, even just an example, I watched a video of a lady that was making these paper butterflies for crafting. And she would take these 2 little circles and she would glue them together, and then she would go back and forth and twist, and then you would have to pull it out to fan it. And I thought, what if the 2 circles was one piece and you just traced it and made like a mold? That way, when you're pulling on it, it doesn't pull apart. So I haven't made the video on it yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, okay, this is what she did, but I'm too rough. It was, and I was pulling it apart. I said, so I did this. I did her video. It was great, but I just changed a little bit. And I wanted to say that without saying, her idea was bad, but I just added something to it that would fit me because I'm just like getting too rough with it, trying to yank on it like it's
right.
I don't know what I was trying to yank on it like, but I was getting too rough with the butterfly and I was ripping it. I was like, okay, this is a little
not going to work.
Yeah, this is a little bit of delicate work. But they did come out good. So I do still have in my mind to make that video. I did make a video yesterday of me making a wreath, and I actually burned my finger during the video, left it in.
With a hot glue gun?
Yeah, with the hot glue gun. And you see me, and I go, oh, and I'm like, yeah, you can totally tell I burned my finger.
That happens every time.
Yeah, I know. And I even had like a piece of paper that I dug out of the trash, that it was clean because there's no food or anything in this trash because it's just a craft room. and I had folded it and I was using it to hold it down. But I guess that time I grabbed and I wasn't thinking, and I didn't grab the piece of paper to put, between me and the glue, hot glue. But I burn myself almost every time I make a wreath. That's actually pretty normal. But yeah, it hurt. This one hurt.
I'm sorry to say, hold on just one more time. I've got to let my daughter in. She just got home. And you got her, babe? Okay, cool. Made your coffee. Okay.
That's what we had. That's what we had today. We had fried fish, homemade French fries, and cornbread. Hello, Blackberry Rock Homestead. How are you? So that was really good. That was definitely not on my diet, but it's hard when the girls are here to make 2 separate meals. I'm going to work on that. But yeah, it's easier just to make one thing for everybody. And that was a lot of work. I was burning up in the kitchen. I was like, I need some air. I need some air in this kitchen. How am I going to cook in here? You guys should all be thanking me and bringing me huge glasses of iced tea for cooking in this kitchen today. That's what I'm thinking. I know that's totally a woman thing, but yeah, sometimes they don't know what we're going through. What we're going through in the kitchen might be like the yard work you're doing outside. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, let's see. What type of YouTube content is like your favorite to watch?
I like DIYs, and I like watching. Like, I watch Alicia English, and she just bought a house and just pretty much has gutted it and remodeling it a little bit at a time. I don't know. For some reason, I enjoy watching that stuff.
Yeah.
And then homesteaders, I just like learning, what other people are doing. And
My Garden to Table with Heather Lynn. How are you? Yeah. I watch a lot of different stuff in hunting, fishing, crafting, people making art. I mean, people raising chickens. I mean, I've watched so many videos. I've learned so much stuff. You guys
there's a lot of content I'm watching now just to support the people, because I think they're good people and I want to support the cause.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know. I guess it sounds. Thank you all around, Sarah. Wow, thank you so much. Sarah just signed up for a membership on my channel. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. It's hard not to react when somebody does that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, Sarah. That's sweet. How long have you been homeschooling your daughter?
Well, it first started whenever the COVID hit, and so they went to doing virtual school, and then you could choose whether you wanted them to go to school for a couple of days and come home for a couple of days, or just stay doing virtual school. So I chose virtual school. And then when that ended, that went on, for the year or longer. Yeah. And when that ended, they said to start this last school year, so a year ago, they said you have to make the decision where they're not going to do the in and out of school or the sending the laptops home or anything like that. They're not going to offer virtual anymore. So they said you had to make a decision whether to get your own homeschooling program or to send them back into public school. And this was Emma's first year. This was 5th grade. So where we are, that's the first year in middle school. And so I was like, well, yeah. And so I was like, I asked her what she would like to do. And at that time, she wanted to go. She didn't want to miss her first day at middle school. So she went for about 2.5 months. And then she came home talking about she wanted to go back to being at home all the time. And so, which is what I would prefer anyway.
High Dragon 6, yeah, that's kind of where the kids learn all the bad stuff is at school. So,
I agree.
And I worked as a para for 3 years, 1 year at the junior high and 2 years at the elementary school. And these kids are terrible.
Yeah, people say that they need social skills and whatnot. But when I think back to all the social skills I learned at school, I mean, I probably could have went without learning anything that I learned by being around people and being so absorbed by what does so-and-so think about what I'm wearing? And, is so-and-so my friend today? Is that my best friend? Or is this just my friend and whatever? And is
Yes.
that boy looking at me or whatever? Just all the things that you're
Oh,
distracted
yeah. Yeah.
about being in public.
We thought the boys were bad when we were in school, but the kinds of things they say to the girls now are downright filthy nasty. I mean, I don't know how the girls even take it.
Yeah,
But I'm going to teach my stepdaughter to be tough. And she didn't like it. I said, but you need to learn how to be picked on. You are going to be picked on in junior high. You're going to be picked on in high school. You're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have to toughen up. And she has. Hello, 12 Stones Ranch. How are you? Welcome in.
Yeah. Most definitely. I wasted a lot of time in school as well. It's nothing but a big distraction. Like, while I could have been learning something, I was distracted by everything that was going on around me. So, anywho, she does really well doing homeschool. She likes it. She is super focused. She doesn't have any trouble, getting it done.
I'm going to ask you that. Does she have more trouble focusing because it's you telling her that as opposed to a teacher? So
no, well, see, I'm not homeschooling her like I get all get loads of papers or have to print it off and teach it to her or anything. I'm pretty much her learning coach. Everything is provided on the curriculum already. Like everything I chose that because I didn't want
through a video.
Yeah, it's through Alabama Connections Academy. So all it is like a public school except for online, except for I'm able to monitor what they're teaching her. Everything she sees, I see. We have separate accounts, and I'm able to look on there and look at all her assignments, what little stories she's reading. I'm able to monitor all that, and then I approve for her to submit her assignments, and then I document her attendance. I turn in how much time she did on each day. That's all I have to do. And like if she needs help, she'll tell me, "Hey, Mama, can you come help me?" I don't have to actually teach it to her. So
how many days does she do homeschool?
Every day, Monday through Friday. Just like they have on a planner. You just go and say, okay, today, Monday, I have this, and this, and then they'll have live lessons, like morning mingle is at 8:30 Monday morning, and they have a lunch bunch or whatever on Tuesday at the lunchtime. And then they'll have live lessons, and she still gets to interact she has a homeroom teacher on there where she can go on and attend a live lesson and listen to her do the lesson, and she gets to interact with the students and everything. So it's a good deal. I like it. It's not stressful for me. And then whenever she's done with her schoolwork, she's done with her schoolwork, and she can help me cook or help me outside doing something or whatever we might be doing that day or do a craft. And she's here.
That's awesome.
So I love it.
I like it.
I'm sorry.
I think I would have liked homeschooling too, but I was kind of pretty social. One of my stepdaughters, I think, really would have liked that. She is not very good in crowds. The other one's a little bit more outgoing, and I was somewhere in the middle, but probably a little bit closer to the shy side. But once I got to know my friends,
she still goes to church and and she's in scouts and things, so she still gets to socialize with other people besides me. But
hello, professional paranormal research. Hello, Hendrickson Family Farm.
I haven't seen you say anything smart in a little while, Eric. Did you leave? Did you hear him? He's all making all kinds of comments over here. That's all right. And that's my friend.
It's not as current when you're on mine. Even my phone looks like it's kind of behind. I don't know. Because it looks like it's the same stuff it said a while ago when I looked. Let's see.
He says, just listening, big smiley face. He just wanted to see I guess he just wanted to see my reaction when I read these comments. And I'm like,
to see if you would make a reaction. Yeah.
I guess
some people said that they can tell things when I'm on, like when I'm live, they can see my facial expressions. I said, My facial expressions don't lie. If you know what to look for, my facial expressions will tell you everything. Hello,
My
Christine.
words don't either.
My face does not lie. What is your favorite thing to grow in the garden?
Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I love that. Being able to pick it and wash it off, slice it up, and have you a good old mater sandwich. I love that.
Thank you, Lori's World. We did talk about chickens earlier, but I didn't ask you what breeds you have. What breeds do you currently have?
I have a Brahma Bantam, and then I have two that are, well, to be honest with you, I don't know that Paul knew what they were. The man that I got them from. I know that I have a Brahma Bantam, and I have one that is black, and I'm not sure what, but I know in the sun she has like a blue-green feathers on her, and so I'm really not completely sure what.
I have to let my kitten in, or she'll just cry at the door. Come on in, girl. Okay. Curly Sue is a little bit. She likes to be around her mama, so she.
I have one chicken that has 5 toes. She has the 3 right here, and then that little thing in the back. She has like an extra one back here.
That's cool. I used to have a cat that had some extra toes. That was weird. Mm-hmm. That was strange, but that was honestly, that was kind of a strange cat. I'll be honest with you. That cat might not have been right. I just don't know. Okay, so you said you had been a chicken mama for 2 years. So I asked that question before the live, or we talked about that before the live. Do you get nervous when you do lives?
Yeah, I do.
Me too. When I don't anymore usually, unless I'm on someone else's live and they're interviewing me like how I'm interviewing you now.
Like now, yeah.
Might make me nervous there, but
just because I don't know what to expect,
Yeah, you don't. But I haven't made you nervous, right?
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable.
Pretty easy on people. I try not to be too.
But it's not over yet.
Yeah, exactly. I might be saving the best for last. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I saw one of your favorite songs was from Lauren Daigle. What's your favorite Lauren Daigle song?
Lauren Daigle. I like You Say. I was reading the comments. I'm sorry.
I sing that one.
I don't know.
And, what's the one? How to? Oh, it starts with how something. Rescue Me. I like that one. I like a bunch of them.
I love a lot of songs that I don't even know who. I mean, it isn't like I'm like, oh, that's so and so who sings that. Like you can turn on Caleb and I can sing every one of the songs. And so I don't know. I don't know who writes all of them. I do like Hillsong as well.
I like that. Yeah, I like them as well. That's a good one.
And Mercy Me, and I don't know. That's really hard for me to answer when I was asked who's my favorite artist, because I really love listening to music. So that's really difficult. So I just said one.
Yeah, when I do my interviews, I go through and I research your channel. I read your about page. I watch some of your videos, and I noticed something about your videos, and this is the part I was warning you about earlier. You need a playlist.
Okay.
Do you know why you need a playlist?
Why is that?
Okay, now I learned this from Lori's World. I didn't get this myself. Somebody passed it to me. Okay, so as your channel is growing and you want to start getting your watch hours to get monetized, you need a playlist that has every single video you've put out in it. You need number one, most important, you need a whole playlist that has everything in it. Then later, if you want to go and make it like a little recipe box and organize everything, that's fine. But you need, because that's how I realized you like Lauren Daigle, because your private playlist was public and you need one that actually has your content on it. And I say that in a most loving way possible because I want to help, And
Yeah, I
would
made
run
sure
yours,
that I made
but you
sure that the ones that I wanted public was public. So it shouldn't be my private playlist. It should be my favorites.
Yeah, it might. Sometimes people like to leave their preachers or some of their songs public, and that's your choice. But you do need to have one that actually has your content
So
on it.
just a playlist with all of my content on it, or actually,
and if you need help with that, I will be more than willing to either email back and forth with you or email you my phone number and help you do that.
Well, I know personally, I never look at people's playlists. I go to your page and then I go over to videos and I look at what's most recent, or if I want to scroll all the way back to the beginning.
But today, say I finish this live and I say, oh my gosh, Dani is the coolest person I ever met in the world. I want to go run her playlist so I can help her build up her watch hours. Then I could hit play all, and that thing could be running all night long, and you could get tons and tons of watch hours. So
do I have a past live? Do I have a past lives playlist? I think I made that one.
It might be on private. It might be.
Well,
the only one that showed was your playlist that had your music in it. It had all your Christian songs in it, your Hillsong, your Lauren Daigle, all that stuff. Okay. And I only say this in the most loving way because as been on almost for 2 years, I'm not the best. I'm not an expert, but I like to help people. And I've actually mentored
most definitely
3 people on YouTube. And one of them, 1 out of 3, is now monetized. So if anybody needs help with anything, you can email me and I will be glad to help you. Also, if you're in this live and you want to come on and do an interview, you're more than willing to do that or welcome to do that. And if you are a moderator, you can put out Dani Day's link, and it also is pinned to the top of the chat. If you guys aren't connected with her, please connect with her.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you, Hendrickson Family Farm. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Let me look real quick. I have a few more questions, but let me see. Let me make...
My mom said, just to go back and clarify on a question you asked, my mom said that one of, because Paul is my stepdad, when I referred to Paul, he's the one I got the chickens from. She said one of them is an Americana mix. So
Americana, I like Americanas. I do. Americanas.
And she said, and then she said with the 5 toes that it had to be one of 5 breeds, I believe is what she said.
Yeah, I have 1 Americana, no, 2 Americanas left. And one was one of the ones that was killed. And then I have 2 game hens that were given to me. And then I have Astrolorp, 2 Asa Browns, and 3 Bar Rocks.
Those are pretty. I had some of those, but
yeah, they are pretty. Hello. Oh, okay. I'd already said hi to you. I thought it was somebody different. Okay. I just wrote that down. I wanted to make sure I said that to you just to help you out. So
okay. Well, thank you.
I'll be more than willing to help you with that. It's really easy. I could talk you through it on the phone. You could do it by yourself. Really easy. Okay. I've talked like probably 10 different people how to do it. So, what is the longest live how many lives have you done?
Like 6, I think 5 or 6. I was doing them live number 1, live number 2, and then I was like, live, I lost count.
Yeah.
But,
I know. I was used to number my videos, and
I think I've been doing them for like the past 6 weeks.
About this past 6 weeks, yeah. It started off really slow for me because I was nervous, but the more comfortable I got, the more I got. And then, of course, the closer you get to your 1,000, the more it becomes important to you because you realize your watch hours are getting up there because you're getting more watch time for your lives than you are for your videos. Hello, Mayfield Ranch. Hello, hello. So then, it's quite motivating. But if you think about it, if you're supposed to get 4,000 watch hours when you're at 500, you should be at 2,000 watch hours, which looks like it'd be really impossible to do. But that's where the playlist can help you out with that, because I will definitely run yours when you get it set up. So let's see. What else do I have written down?
Well, Eric from Kansas agrees with you and says that I definitely need to. He says, take it from a guy who's watched all your videos. You need an every video I've made playlist.
Yes. See, somebody confirmed. Hello, Grammy Karen. How are you? Welcome in.
So what's the difference of when they're in a playlist? I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Instead, okay. So if
instead of it going to another video, it'll just go to your next video. Is that the difference? Like when it gets over?
So say I'm going to go to the grocery store, right? And I'm not going to sit there and mess with my phone while I'm there. Sometimes I do, but just say I didn't want to. But I did want to run your playlist. I could set it up in the dining room. I'm not even really, as long as I have the volume up a little bit, which I usually just have it on full blast, and I just let it play in there. It could just play and play and play and play until your playlist is gone. If it's 6 hours or a whole day's worth of content, and that's how many watch hours you're getting, and it'll play them without you clicking on them. When you hit play all, it's going to play everything that's in there.
Alrighty. Whereas if you was to let a video play through and it's not in a playlist, it would just go on to whatever random video.
Say if I'm watching your videos on my phone like I was doing today, I was playing one video, then I was selecting another video, playing that video, and every time I would click on the video, right? Okay. But if I put it on your playlist, I could be in my craft room cleaning or doing the dishes, or I could run out and do stuff with the chickens or be outside doing gardening, and you're just talking away on my kitchen counter, which I'm not learning your content, but at least I'm helping your play it. And sometimes I'll do that. I will intend to be watching. I'll walk outside and 5 of your videos have already played. So see, that's helped you out with your views and stuff. And then I'll run in and I'll click like, and, I might go in the other room, do something, come back, make a comment, so I think you get more views that way. Oh, another thing, I think this is really helpful. And I don't know if you do this. I didn't notice this on your channel, but on your top 3 hashtags that are in your description box, I didn't check yours to see. The first hashtag is supposed to be your channel name. And then you do 2 about whatever kind of content it is. And the reason you do that, it's kind of the same as playlist. It'll just keep running your videos thinking it's all the same subject because it has the same words in it. And it'll just keep playing and you might get more views out of it. So that's another little help.
So it could be anything as long as they're all the same. Like if I just wanted to do hashtag Dani Days. Like as long as they're all the same, it doesn't have to necessarily match with your.
No, I usually do channel name first, then I do a space, and then I do hashtag Gail Southern Living, hashtag gardening, hashtag homesteading, or whatever the subject is. Your top 3 of them. The very first line in your description box is the only blue ones. And as long as you keep your location turned off, it'll show your tags in blue, and that helps send you out to the algorithm for those subjects, homesteading, gardening, and your channel name.
Okay.
And it makes you more searchable too. The more you put your own hashtag out there, the more times, like as many times as I searched your channel today to put your links up, to look for your videos, to do this and that, to go to your about. I mean, I probably put your name in 10 times today researching your channel. And I'm just so used to it. And after a while, it says, oh, you want. After a while, it's like, oh, I know you want. I know this is who you want because it knows now because I kept doing the same thing. So it's like, oh, yeah, she wants. This is who she wants. So, and I did have your channel name typed wrong. And I went back and I was like, why did you put that there? That's wrong. And I went back and corrected it. I didn't know that. Good info. Thank you. Yeah, I have a few videos out, a YouTube playlist.
I didn't either. So good to know.
Try to help people with stuff. And any question anybody asks me, I always answer it. So one of my pet peeves when I very first started is I would ask big channels questions and they would never answer me. I'm like, why aren't y'all answering me? And I have answered every single question people have asked me. Welcome in, dear corner. Hello, Brampton Gardner.
Yeah, cook something for me too on the
Even
grill.
if it's slightly awkward, if they asked me, how much did you get paid? I would tell them. If they said, how often did you get paid? I would tell them. If they said, what kinds of things helped you to get you where you are? I would tell them. I mean, I've been open and honest about everything. Any question anybody asked me, even if it was something that was kind of a little bit sensitive, I answered it because it might help the other person. And
hey, Brampton Gardner.
All about helping other people. Let's see what questions I have.
Hello, our treasured home.
Hi, Nancy.
Hello, native wild man.
I'm looking at trying to read my husband's handwriting, where he always gets to put questions in after I do. Hello, native wild man. Hello. And I think one of these I've already asked you. So now that you've been doing your channel for 4 months, is there anything you would have done differently?
I don't know. I haven't really sat and thought about it. I figure it's too late now. It's out there. So
I
try to think about what I can do differently in the
this
future.
was his question. I'm just asking his question that he wrote down. So
I understand. I'm just answering you.
Yeah. That's exactly how I would answer it. It's already out there. Hey, if there's a piece of content I don't want out there, I'll delete it. It does take it away. I will tell you, if you delete a video, it is going to take it from your watch time. So I wouldn't go too crazy doing that. There really, really has to be something in there that you don't want, like your license plate from your car, something really important for you to be deleting it.
Hey, Eric, I've already said, hey, you've been here. I appreciate you coming. He's so silly. Look, he's like, hi, Dani.
Just wants to see that you know he's here.
I do. I know you're here. Thank
you. What has been the funnest thing about YouTube for you so far? This question wasn't wrote down.
having people that I feel like are my friends.
Yeah, it is.
It's been nice having people that I feel like genuinely care about what I have going on and feel like it amounts to something. Like having people encourage me and be like, that's awesome what you're doing, because you can do things all day long. And then, I'm my own worst enemy. I don't know about you, but, there's always something I could be doing more of or something I could be doing better. So it's good to have that encouraging feedback.
It's like having family. It really is like having family because you're sharing your day-to-day things together.
Yeah, except for positive and encouraging. Yeah.
If it's bad or if it's good, I mean, if the hail comes down in my backyard all over my garden and my vehicles, guess what? There's going to be a video on it. If I have a good day, there's going to be a video on it. If I win a Fitbit on bingo, guess what? There's going to be a video on it. I did. I just won a Fitbit. That's so exciting.
That is too cool.
I was at my husband's company picnic, and we were playing bingo, and we were doing the one where it was 4 corners, and I had one of my shoes off. It was hurting my foot. And I was down to 1, and I said, I better put this shoe back on because I'm about to have to call bingo, and I need my shoe to be on. And sure enough, it wasn't probably 5 minutes after that they called it, and I had to walk up there. So I'm glad my shoe was on.
Yeah, for sure. I'd probably jump up if I had bingo, whether I had to walk up there or not. I'd probably like bingo, jumping up.
Yeah. Did you see me walking up there with one shoe on and one shoe off? That would be fun.
Oh, that would be a hoot. Hey, 12 Stones Ranch.
trying to I should have looked at his questions before. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking
about. Eric writes funky too because he's left-handed.
Yeah.
So.
I think I kind of know what he means by this one question. So this is a question from my hubby.
Okay.
What one thing in your life have you learned from the most? What has taught you the most? That's what I'm saying. This question,
like an experience or a person, or
I was thinking he meant like in life, because I think I was kind of asking him there's a question. Huh. I think in my case, if I were answering this question, I would probably say I've learned from my mistakes.
Yeah, most definitely.
By messing stuff up, I learned how to turn around and do it better the next time. Every time I do something wrong, like gardening, you mess up how you do your squash or your tomatoes or your peppers. Next year, you try to improve on that. Last year, some bugs were trying to eat my squash. I'm trying to improve on that. I had ants. I'm trying to improve on the problems from last year. Thank you, Sarah.
My answer would be, if, I've learned from past experience, if I don't have to, my question was, did I have to come up with a specific scenario that taught me what I learned? But since I don't, what I would say as a whole is what I've learned from my life experiences is to push on through, like now if I start something, I'm seeing it through. Like as before, I've learned from time and time again, it doesn't benefit from starting things and not finishing them. And so I had started a lot of things and done a little bit of a lot of things, but didn't see it through. And so now if I start something, I'm going to see it through. And so I have learned from that.
That's one of my things too. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, and I'll follow through with it. And sometimes you think you don't want to do something. You sign up for something, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have signed up for that. I don't want to do that. And then
and that's more what I mean. Oh yeah, if I say I'm going to
do it, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did this. This was awesome. I learned so much from this. And every time you do something, you get better at it.
Right. Even in sports back in the day, like anything that I started, I would get myself I'd be like, instead of working towards it and applying myself and really making myself get whatever I was doing and being good at it, I would just be like, this is not for me, So, and instead of doing that now, I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to make sure that I make it for me. I'll learn it and I study it until I get it, and then I'll be good at it. And I understand that now. Whereas before I was just like, I just didn't think I was good at certain things. And now I understand that the only way that you can get good at things is by practicing. So
there's been a few things like that. Like I need to get back to doing some pressure canning, and I've not conquered that yet. I need to get back to doing that. I bought it. I paid for it. And it's just sitting there. I have it. I need to use it.
I'm excited and afraid about that. That's something I have a hard time with, is starting new things that I don't know what I'm doing. So I get real nervous about, am I going to mess it up, or am I going to not do it good enough? But that's one of the things that I'm doing this year. I really want to can. And I also, before the year's up, I want to have made my own bread. So that's two of my goals right now, is I'm going to can this year and I'm going to make my own bread. So
that's awesome. So 12 Stones Ranch wants to know what you like to do for fun.
What's fun? I'm just kidding. No. Fun? No, I like spending time with my family. We like to go camping. We like to fish when we can. We don't have a lot of free time. Used to, I did a lot of gaming. Playing the PS4. We like to play games because the kids like to play games, and we'll get games that we can all play together. And because we have a console in every room, and so sometimes we'll just sit down as a family and all play a game, but we get to play all together on our separate TVs. But we'll be in a party where we're all talking to each other and working through things or whatever. And that's kind of fun. But other than that, we like to be outside. And I don't know what my mama said that makes my mama so proud. Oh, probably what I was saying about what I've learned.
No, just, that you don't give up. You keep trying. Maybe
Yeah.
it's that. I don't know. Yeah, I was reading that too, trying to figure out what she meant. But I think, yeah, she meant that you don't give up.
What made me get into homesteading? Well, I,
I see from Wyoming. Hello, Jason Ilkaniram. How are you?
Eric and I, when we turned our life around about 5 years ago, we took the blinders off. Like, we realized there's things going on in the world, and we needed to be prepared. We would rather like be prepared and not just prepare for the worst and hope for the best, pretty much. And so that we pretty much just started watching what was going on in the world and noticing that that things are not really going like the broadest of directions. And so we started to want to start being more self-sufficient and preparing for the worst and hope for the best. Yeah. So, and that was pretty much that. we just wanted we just wanted that, if something was to happen and they were like, hey, you can't go anywhere, you can't go to the grocery store, hey, you don't have a job anymore, hey, we can't get this assistance or no kind of help, then where would we be? So we just try to prepare for any kind of situation, and that's our goal. We would like to be as self-sufficient as possible, which we're a long way from being able to be completely self-sufficient. We don't even have meat of our own. We could hunt, but I'm saying, we just, there's so many things, but that is the goal. That's what we're doing here, is trying to be more resourceful and be more self-sufficient. So, but that's what got us started, is the opportunity, the blinders coming off and realizing what's important in life, and and wanting to be able to keep those things, no matter if we're able to go buy them or not. So
yeah, keeping up with your inventory on what you have and what you still need. Even if you can't do everything, at least get yourself some cans and jars and pasta and beans and stuff like that. Keep it around. Hello, Tank. I love to crochet. Hello, Don Ray. Hello, John, with Hunting and Stuff with J&J. How are you? Making sure I'm saying hi to everybody as they're coming in. Thank you for the channels who have been sharing me. I know that they have, because there's channels in here that aren't normally here. So thank you so much, you guys. Hello, Raised Outdoors, Arkansas.
Hey, Dawn Ray. My name's Danielle Raylene.
Oops. Okay. Let's see if I have any more questions on my little list here. No, already asked that one.
The main thing I would want anybody to know that was looking forward to following me or thinking even about it is that, I'm no professional. I am learning. And that's pretty much, when I started this channel, I understood, okay, I'm not going to get on here and be like, this is how you do this and this is how you do that. That's not what kind of channel if you're looking for a tutorial, you probably don't want to come to my channel, because I'm not an expert. I just love the community, and I wanted to document the process. And I think it's awesome that people are actually interested to see the process that I'm going through. And, if you want to join me, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yes. If I have a moderator, if you guys will put up Dani Day's Homestead in the chat. Also, I have her link pinned to the top of the chat. If any of you guys are not connected with her.
Mayfield Ranch. I really don't even consider myself. I almost considered taking Homestead off of my channel, but my supportive community was like, no, you're doing the thing. You got chickens, you got garden, you're a homesteader
too. But my younger sister actually picked out my channel name. Gail's Southern Living. She actually picked that out, and
I like it.
Say homesteading, but I do hashtag it homesteading because of the chickens and the gardening.
I have really thought about changing my name to Dani Day's Home and Garden or something like that, because I don't really like using homesteading. Just because I don't feel like I qualify for that, but I've been told over and over that no, you're doing it and you are, but
gardening and chickens, that's homesteading.
This is my 3rd year gardening.
Mm-hmm.
And so to answer his question, or Mayfield Ranch, I guess, answered their question. This is my 3rd year gardening, and with all the things. That's the first thing we did was, and I believe I've had my chickens for 3, not 2. So if I said that, I might have been wrong. It would be almost 3 years that I've had my chickens. So that was the first thing we did, was get chickens. And then we started gardening. I started just doing my flower bed and everything. And then I ended up doing more of we wanted to grow our own food. So we got a bunch of 5-gallon buckets and did that. And now we've built raised beds, and there's a spot plowed up, a humongous spot plowed up out there. That's humongous to us compared to what we had last year. So
hi, Brian. Castle Hives. How are you?
Last year we had like a 8 by 10 foot plot, and this year we have like a 15 by 62 foot plot. So we've moved up.
Now that I've been introduced to the raised beds, because I was watching a lot of gardening videos, a lot of Shedwares videos and stuff, I said, oh, I want some. And so I bought the wood like last year for the garden, and built 2 long skinny ones. And then there was a little bit of wood left over for a little small one. And then we had cemented an area before the raised beds that was like we were using for flowers. So now I have basically 4 raised beds, and then I have a container we're using and all these other containers. I almost really prefer container and raised beds over the regular ground because of the clay, and it just.
Yes, you have the clay too.
Weeding is easier too.
We have the clay as well. So that's why we're only doing our beans, peas, corn, and okra. And this is my first year growing corn. So follow up to see how that goes, because last year we grew okra and we did really well with it. But everything else we put in ground last year didn't make it. Like the tomatoes that we put in the ground that were already, a little ways, they never did even grow any. So they just died off. So the more sensitive things we put up in the raised beds and in the planters and containers and things of that nature. Yeah. And then hopefully, I'm hoping the corn, I know the okra will do well. Well, I hope it does again this year. But, and I don't know, the hardier things is what we're going to put in the ground. And so hopefully it'll make it.
Yeah. I bought 2 of those raised planters about a year ago or a year and a half ago, and they had them on sale at Tractor Supply. The ones that are like, I guess they're about chest, maybe a little lower than chest, about right here. So you don't have to bend over, and I have 2 of those, and that's nice. So easy. There's no weeds. There's no bending. I love that. I need to get at least another one of those. That makes gardening so easy. I love it.
You're probably less likely to get pests and things like that with it.
Yeah. Well, last year we didn't get any of that. This year I've been trying to fight off the ants. The ants are trying to get to the strawberries.
That's what I'm having trouble with as well.
And I thought that the instant potatoes trick was going to work, but I haven't managed to get rid of them. I've done the instant potatoes for the fire ants. I've done the diatomaceous earth.
That's exactly what I did. Grits and diatomaceous earth, and they're still there.
And if it's an area where there's not stuff planted, but it's just in the yard, I actually pour hot boiling water on them too. But only if it's not in an area where there's, if it's like on the outside of the bed. But yeah, I've been trying everything, and I'm trying to avoid poison. The point of growing your food at home is to grow it without putting poison in it, because you can get that kind of food at the grocery store. Why, when you're at home, you want your food to be more healthy than the store. That's kind of the point of it all.
Well,
Same thing with raising the chickens. You want to feed them better than they feed them at the, those crazy farm places. So that's, makes them healthier.
We're Illinois. If we don't want to put gasoline where we're planting our food. He said gas on the mound.
Does the mint help the ants? Is that what they're saying?
That's what they said. I'll plant mint.
On the mint.
Well, there's mint right next to where I'm having my ant problem.
But mint also goes crazy.
Well, I have my mint in a container so that it doesn't.
Well, is the other plant going to have a chance if it's planted with mint? Because I planted my mint in an old desk outside. That was my one of my weird containers for last year. Turned it upside down and planted in it. And that mint that was just like a little area, started out a sprig that I won on Indiana Backyard Gardener, has turned into covering that whole section. Now, if it wasn't confined, it would have took over a lot more. And it actually looked dead, like it wasn't going to come back. But, yep, it totally came back. I need to get out there and harvest some of it.
Yeah.
That would be good. I mean, because it's one of those things that keeps growing, the more you plant it. So, but yeah, this is my channel sticker board. This is what it looks like now.
I think that's awesome.
Almost down to the bottom. There's just a little bit more room. The last one I got is Some of Man Outdoors. So, hello, Homestead Aquarius. How are you?
I like magnets. I mean, I like stickers too, but I would have to create a collage.
Yeah. I think if I was going to do it different, I probably would have painted the board first.
I don't know. I think it looks good.
You like it good? Like natural like that? Like I have about one row left of space. And then I'll have to start on a different place. But now that I have my craft room, I could just, put it in here. So.
Yeah, you could just hang it
hang it up on the wall as a backdrop. I might even make this just like my regular live area, which I'm going to work on lighting. This is welcome to my craft room. This is my first live in the craft room. I have my own office/craft room, and I did not mean to wear pink and match the wall. Okay. That was an accident. Now I need to remember not to wear pink because this room is already pink. Maybe I can make myself like looks
kind of orange.
It's kind of a orangey pink, but it is kind of
like your shirt doesn't look the same color as to me, but it could be just on my computer. I don't know.
Thank you. Yeah, I have about 3. I think I have like 3 magnets. Boots and Bounty and Ricky Ventures. I might have one more. Hello, Spring the Fiber Enthusiast. How are you? Okay. Oh, you guys there? All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Dani one more question, and then I'm going to give something away. Surprise. Because you're in here, I'm going to give something away. There you go. Surprise. All right. Last question is, do you have a question for me, Dani?
Well, I found out you have chickens.
Yes.
I think I wrote a question down. Let's see.
You got a sticker on there. There's one sticker, Jason. I think you got a couple of stickers on there, Jason. Somewhere. You got a couple of stickers on there. I'm about to do channel stickers again for anybody that's in here. So if you will send me an email to this email, gailssouthernliving@yahoo.com, I will put you on my list because I'm about to order new channel stickers that were designed by Trey of the Vineyard Chicks.
So I know your favorite content to make is the crafting.
Mm-hmm.
and I know you garden, and I'm trying to work through all the things. And I know you're married, and you said you have a daughter. I guess, is that your only child?
I never actually had children of my own, but I do have 2 stepdaughters. One is a senior and one is a junior.
Okay.
So we just combined them into one room because one of them just turned 18 and is graduating this year. We were pretty much like the weekend parents anyway. So I feel terrible, but I decided to claim this to be my room because, I'm here all week. I need like my own office, my own craft room, my own space. So I feel really guilty, but I spend a lot more time here than they do. I wanted my own room.
I have a stepson. I understand. But he has his own room. And so it's there whenever he comes. He comes every other weekend. So, but either way, so out of your, I only get one question then.
Oh no, yes, whatever you want.
Out of all your out of the 3 of your channels, which one is your favorite?
Well, obviously my first love is always going to be Gail's Southern Living because that's where I started. Like I said, I'm taking a temporary break from Coupon Gail right now because I was getting a little bit stressed out. But I really do enjoy the crafting. I have really enjoyed that, and it does help to de-stress me, not stress me. And like I say, I'm having a little hard time in the garden right now because of the beating down of the hell to the garden, the being attacked by ants and multiple things. So, but I am going to get out there and try to do a gardening update video this week. That is on my to-do list of things to do. But I didn't put out a lot of content last week because I was really stressed out with, I have a cracked windshield on my car, and, I'm about to have a roof done. Can you imagine how loud it's going to be in this house? Bang, 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 bang. That's going to be rough.
So we'll call you Surprise Gail now, they said.
Surprise.
Do I have a favorite snack? That's such a funny question. Like, who would know? Anybody would care to know that? I guess I like Wheat Thins and Laughing Cow cheese, like cream cheese.
Oh, I like Laughing Cow cheese.
Yeah.
This is weird, but I'll open up the little thing of Laughing Cow cheese and I'll get out a butter knife and I'll just eat little pieces of it sometimes.
Yeah.
I also have these little grain-free crackers I make, and I'll dip it in there like that or spread it on top of it. Yeah. And it's actually good on a pizza. Laughing Cow cheese is actually good if you make your own little pizza. It's actually really good on there. I know that sounds weird. Okay, guys, there is 26 people on here, and I am going to type in the word start. After I type the word start in, you're going to type a number between 1 and 30.
Oh, do I get to do this too?
You can. If you have a device to do it, you may do it as well. After the word start, everybody is going to put in a number between 1 and 30. I'm going to write my number down right now. Closest without going over. Okay, and you're going to email me your mailing address. Surprise giveaway, just for showing up for the live. Ready, go. And I'm going to give a gift card.
In between 1 and 30.
Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm on live chat. All right, everybody had time to type their number in. Okay, I'm going to put in the word stop, and then I will tell you who the winner is.
That means there's a winner.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make sure I'm on live chat. Okay. My number was 12.
Uh-oh.
And that was I believe that was Native Wildman. So Native Wildman, I need you to send me your mailing address to this email that is on the.
Well, congratulations. I don't even see that. Let me.
And I am not going to announce any giveaways I do for my channel. You're just going to have to come to the live to see if I do it or not. So tune in on Sundays to see. And Native Wildman, you can have Amazon, Walmart, or Hobby Lobby, or Dollar Tree.
I think she said it was pinned to the top, Steve from Wyoming.
Your Dani Day's Homestead is pinned to the top of the chat. Yes. So I need an email from Native Wildman. You are the winner.
Yay.
All right. So if anyone is interested in having an interview, with me, if you will email me at this email that's on here right now, and I will set up an interview with you guys. Next week, I will have Nora, the Stock Explorer. So if that is something you're interested in, I'm gonna have to do a little harder research because I know nothing about this subject at all. But I want to keep on all different kinds of content. So if you guys will tune in next week, please be sure to tune in next week to see if I'm going to give something else away.
And meet cool people.
I got my insurance money coming in, so I'm going to be doing some surprise stuff, but you have to be tuned in to see what I'm going to give away and when I'm going to give it away. This time I gave it away at the end. Next time it might be the middle. Next time it might be the beginning. So got to tune in to see. So I will have Dani Day's Homestead. Her link is pinned in the her link is also in the description box of this live. So if you didn't catch it, you can also catch it there. I also have Hog Deer 79, which is my brother, also in the description box. If you'll go by and check out both of those channels, I would appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for coming in. Thank you to you guys who shared my channel. Do you have you got something?
Hendrickson Family Farm said same time ? So is it 4 p.m.?
4 p.m. Central Time on Sundays. Yes, that is my regular live schedule.
It was nice to meet you too, Don Ray. It was nice to meet you all. And
thank you. I'll be sure to tell Lisa thank you for sharing out my live. That was very sweet of her. So
I truly appreciate you having me on and you giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. I had fun. Be sure to email me your mailing address so I can send you out a channel sticker, Dani.
I will.
All right. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm going to go ahead and end the live for today. And just email me if you're interested in an interview. Anybody that's out there on the chat. Okay? Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, Dani. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate everybody. Love you guys.